Lenses are one of the most important aspects of a video camera. Besides being the point at which light enters your camera, they can make an image clearer, help the audience to focus on an area that you desire, and can add further stabilization to your shot. With knowledge of the type of lenses your camera should have, as well as the proper filters to use for every situation, you can ensure that your shots start off on the right foot. Your lens in your camera is much like a lens in an eye. They both bend light so that they can focus either short or long distances, and depending on the quality of the lens, can make an image crisp and clear. As such, it is important to make sure that you use every part well in order to make a great looking image. One of the most common types of lenses in cameras is the fixed lens. A fixed lens is one that is built in the body of a camcorder and is not meant to be removed or replaced. These lenses can often be found in prosumer camcorders. They typically have high quality lenses, are more affordable, and have a smaller camcorder body, which makes it both quick and highly mobile. However, even though they do a great job of being able to focus on objects that are both near and far, they still don't have all the features that interchangeable lenses provide. Interchangeable lens cameras, which allow you to take one lens off and replace it quickly with another, can give you the ability to achieve a more shallow depth of field, a longer zoom length, and let in more light. Because of this, interchangeable lens cameras like HDSLRs and professional camcorders are a great choice for getting a wide variety of shots with a single camera body.